Pattern over the eastern and central U.S. will be active again, but we're going to dry things out a little bit. A nice little break in the pattern. Notice though, out across the west, it's a different story, definitely a different ball game. Lots of heavy rain in the lower elevations, extreme amounts of snow in the high elevations. It's been dry in a lot of spots, but my goodness, you don't need it all at once. Even into the Pacific Northwest, a little bit of activity, but again, not much back towards the east for a few days. So this is why this one wave moves out and we get this big, huge ridge of high pressure, warm air pushing through. Then this system, the pattern doesn't really relax. It pushes in a nice vigorous system, and this could be something decent as we go throughout the weekend. We'll keep an eye on that. Then another little ridge comes in, and then likely behind it will be another big trough. So it's kind of this back and forth pattern here and there. So what about possibilities for snowfall with this potential weekend storm? Well, this is one model, and this dumps in spots significant amounts of snow. Here is another computer model. Well, kind of a similar idea, not the same placement, but wouldn't expect it as we go throughout a few days to several days out. But this is a good indication that the pattern is at least ripe to produce a pretty good sized snowstorm. So let's take a look at this. This is going to be the beginnings of it. You can see really forming tight out into the plains, a nice strong low pressure system with snow on the northern half, plenty of cold air pouring in. That's some heavy snow potential with this model as it moves up into portions of the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes. It's a nice wide scale area of snow as well, moving back into portions of the Mid-Atlantic and up into the Northeast. You can't take the track verbatim right now, but the idea, if this did stall out, which we've seen a couple systems this year do, that's more lake enhancement. Be a good event for some areas, and the west kind of calms down a little bit until you get into the near the west coast with another round of precipitation and then some lake effect potential with that. That this system ejects out. It's what we were telling you. It's kind of that second system that's going to be vigorous outside of this break in the middle, a very tight wind gradient here. So a lot of weather threats as we go throughout the next few days or so. Temperature wise, over the next couple of weeks, overall, it's warm here, very cold here with all this low pressure action. So if you're going to have these two really conflict and contrast at times, this is your low pressure track somewhere in the middle. If that cold spreads a little bit further eastward, the track will be a little bit further eastward. There's enough cold air potential up in Canada that could suppress low pressure tracks down south a little bit. That's why the Mid-Atlantic area has the threat as well. So keeping things interesting. Let's go through the first portion of February to around the 10th or so, and just for giggles, take a look at what the ideas are for snowfall. Pretty wide scale across the Midwest into the Ohio Valley and up into the Northeast, and then just crazy amounts across portions of California and whatnot. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, here at NeoWeather, we provide very customized, unique, detailed forecasts with impacts to your industry in mind. We'd love to hear from you and be able to help you out.